Let's now quickly discuss square root inequalities. But first we will go through some basics where most of the confusion happens. In front of you are 4 statements and you have to tell which of these statements are correct and which are wrong. Okay, take your time and go through them. Alright. First one is correct. You put plus 2 in place of x, it satisfies. Put minus 2 again. Minus 2 whole square is 4, it is true. Okay. But at the same time, the second statement is wrong. Square root of 4 is not plus minus 2. Okay, this is very, very important. Square root of 4 is not plus minus 2. It is 2 only. Keep this in mind. For a square root to be defined, whatever is inside the root sign needs to be positive. Okay, this is the first condition. And secondly, a square root of any number will always be greater than or equal to 0. We are talking about real numbers and not complex numbers. So for root x to be defined, x is greater than or equal to 0 and overall root x is also greater than or equal to 0. Okay. The third point is also wrong. It is half correct. A square root of minus 5 whole square will be 5 and not minus 5. Okay. A square root can never be negative. It can never give a negative answer. We just discussed this. Okay. The correct way to write this is square root of x square will be equal to mod of x. It will be equal to modulus of x. Okay. If you are not that comfortable with the mod sign, don't worry. We will discuss this in the next video. We will talk about modulus in the next video. For now, just remember that root of minus 5 whole square will be 5 and not minus 5. Okay. And the fourth point is correct one. Cube root of minus 8 will be minus 2. For odd roots, we can get negative values as answers. Okay. And lastly, we have two basic points of inequalities which we have already seen earlier. In an inequality with a positive number, we can directly square both the sides. Okay. If both the sides are negative, if both numbers are negative, then too we can square, but the sign of the inequality will change. Okay. If both the sides are positive, we can square directly. If both the sides are negative, we can square, but the sign of the inequality will change. Also, if one number is negative and other is positive, or if sign of the number is not known, if signs of the numbers are not known, then we cannot square on both the sides. This should be clear to you. Okay. Let's take an example of a square root inequality. Root of x square minus 9 is less than equal to 2. Okay, simple question. For root sign to be defined, whatever is written inside the root sign must be positive. Okay, overall root sign should be positive and whatever is written inside the root sign should also be positive. So first thing that we will do is make sure that x square minus 9 is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, quadratic inequality, x plus 3 into x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. This will be positive outside the roots. So x could be from minus infinity to minus 3 included, union 3 to infinity. Okay, this that we have got is the domain of the original question. What does that mean? What does that mean, domain of the question? This means that whatever our answer is, it will have to lie within this region. Because outside this region, the root sign itself is not defined. The root sign is valid only if x lies in this region. This is how we got this region, right? By equating whatever was inside the root sign as greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So now we will find the answer to this inequality and then take the intersection of that answer with this domain so that we only get that part which satisfies this domain. Okay. So let's solve the question. On left side we have root which is positive. On right hand side too we have a positive number. So we can square both the sides. Okay. X square minus 9 is less than equal to 4. Bring 4 to the left. X square minus 13 is less than equal to 0. Again we have a quadratic. Factorize it. X plus root 13 into x minus root 13 is greater than or equal to 0. So the region we get is minus root 13 closed to root 13 closed. X lies between minus root 13 closed to root 13 closed. Now let's take intersection of this with our domain. This green region is the answer that we got now, and this shaded region is the domain of x that we have calculated earlier. So we will get our final answer as minus root 13 to minus 3, both included, union 3 to root 13, both included. Okay, so this was a brief discussion about square root inequalities. Okay, I hope the concepts are clear to you by now. Thank you.